I am jumping in here today on this sunny Wednesday afternoon to share with you the last set of layouts from the Sweet as Honey workshop that I have. And I had these completed before we left for the Close to My Heart incentive trip to Maui, but I did not have time to get the Facebook Live done. So wanted to share with you guys this great kit. This is the last set of pages in my short collection of videos that I am also converting to YouTube videos. So if you are watching, this one is the last layout, and I am titling it the Sweet as Honey layouts with more technique, with less mess, and without breaking the bank. Now, what does that mean for this set of layouts? I am saying more technique because there is a lot of stuff going on in this layout. There, if you noticed in the other three sets of layouts, there was a lot of splattering as well as distressing going on in those two, but this one had a lot more of it, and that's why I titled it the way I did. There is less mess because I will be showing you guys the products that were used to do this. It looks like it takes a long time, but in reality, it went super fast, and it doesn't break the bank because the items that we used are not expensive to make this the distressing on these layouts. So let's start with the left page here. This is done. It was using 12 by 12 black cardstock for the base, and then a piece of white daisy that was then trimmed down. And if you are interested in this guide, it will tell you all the dimensions that are needed to cut everything. The part of this video that I wanted to share is the whole distressing look, and I'm going to bring this up to the camera so hopefully you can see this. There's honeycomb look to the outside of this entire layout, all the way around on the outside and on the left or the right page as well. How did I get that? Like, I've had that on the first layout, I don't believe we did it on, but the second and third also did. How was that look created? And it's super easy, super easy. It was a stencil. It's just it was a piece of white daisy that was cut out. Can you see that? Piece of white daisy that was cut out using the Cricut. It's part of the guide and how this workshop works. It uses a Cricut cut. So you can see I didn't really use much of it on this side. I just kind of used the edges and then turned it on my page as I went. What did I use to do that? We used the shortbread ink pad. So our ink pads are amazing, you guys. Take a look. They're magnetic. I know this isn't anything new, but for some customers, you guys have not seen this. So our old ink pads you'd clip and you'd have to swivel and turn, right? These are magnetic. So easy to open. I can do it piece of cake, and then they stack on top of each other, which is awesome too. So what I did is I used the shortbread ink pad and then used the cute little daubers, right? The sponge that holds, and you can peel these off and change all the colors you want. So I used to use the daubers that went on your finger, or I used to chop up my sponges, and now I'm like, this is just so much easier just to grab one of these little sponges that comes in a kit, and I'll show you guys what that looks like in the catalog, and pop it on there. So what I did is I opened the ink pad, right? I had my cute little, 10-cent piece of cardstock that was cut out. And then I just lined it up just like this. Ink, 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 dab, dab, dab. So that some edges are darker in spots. Over here it's darker, it's lighter here. So it's a great distress look. Then I just moved it down, moved it wherever I needed it. Dab, 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 dab. All over. Okay, whoops, I just sent the black one offline. And that's all I had to do to get that outside look all the way around on the edges on all the layouts that I had done. So some spots it's light, some spots it's dark. Super quick, super easy. All right. Now, another example of that on all the layouts that has been done, to give all the stickers and all the cut up pieces of paper a little bit of a distressed look to it, we used a black ink pad and the black dauber as well. So again, I have a couple different handles. That's what this part is called, a handle. And I just change out the tops of them. So I have a couple different ones, and I just left it. It works great for having multiple projects. I was using the intense black ink pad again, got that inked up, and then just took the papers, each individual paper, and just ran it across the edges. So across stickers, across papers, just so it gave it a little popped up look, a little more dimension, so you can see that it is definitely different than white, right? So it gave it a distressed look. It's around all the edges of the layouts that have been done. Okay, and then the last technique that was done, to give all these amazing splatters. And I'm going to bring it up here so that you guys can see it. There are black splatters all over the cardstock. And depending on the lighting, not sure if you'll be able to see it in the lighting that I'm showing you, they are shimmer. It's got some shimmer to them. So what was used here was the black shimmer brush. Now, how do I do it? So whenever you're opening your shimmer brush from the start, you're going to make sure that that neon yellow piece that's between the cover and the lid is gone. You get rid of that, right? Then you're going to, when the cover is off, you're going to squeeze the barrel not above your project. Squeeze it above a scrap piece of paper, or over, I do it over my garbage can. And squeeze it until the little, I'm going to be careful here, until the brush is wet, right? Until the barrel fills up with some ink. And then what I do is once it has that, I put my paper down. I put it, so I have carpet. The carpet in my craft room is like a tan. It's got black sparkle, or black sparkles. It's got black spots on it. It's a multicolored, darker carpet. And all I do is I just left my piece of paper on the floor, and I take my hand, just like this, and I tap. So just like you would with a paintbrush, you could do the same thing with a paintbrush and ink, but this one gives it color, right? Gives it some splatter, some shimmer to it, because it's a shimmer brush. And I just sat and did this. And you got some big spots, some little spots, and I did it all over the layout. And that's how I did it, all 4 of them, was just using a cute little shimmer brush. So what I was referring to when I said, so you're getting a lot of technique. There's a lot of distressing techniques being done on this page. There's a lot of Cricut pieces being cut and layered on these pages. And you're getting less mess because you're not really having to, you're using sponges and inks, and you're using shimmer brushes that aren't giving you a lot of sparkle and shimmer everywhere. It's basically staying contained on your layout, and you're not breaking the bank. Why? Because, did you guys know, our shimmer brushes, we have a gazillion different colors of shimmer brush. They are, when you purchase them separately, they are $5.50 a piece. But there are 3 different bundles of shimmer brushes that you can get. So you could get this numbers 15 through 24. You can get those for $55. The same with this second bundle, 25 through 34, and then 35 through 44. So you can get those in 3 different bundles at $55 a piece. You can use those as 50% off items, those bundles, just saying. Otherwise, you can get all these different colors that we carry separately as well. So the gold and then the clear are sold separately. They're not in part of a bundle, but you can buy them all separately, and they are all listed down below. $5.50. This thing lasts forever. You can color your images in. You can use it to distress. You can use it for lots and lots of different purposes. Okay? All right. Next part that I wanted to show you is the handles, right? So these are called the mini ink blending tool. So that's right here. It's $7.95 and includes 2 of these handles, 2 of these tools, and the applicators are 1 inch. And you get, I can't remember how many you get in there with that. I think 4, 2 are on and 2 off, if I remember correctly. Okay. Or you can purchase a whole bunch, which is what I did too, so that I have all the different colors for my Distress Oxide inks, as well as extras to be able to use on just regular ink pads. And those, then you get 20 of them for $7.95. Okay, you're not breaking bank. These are things you can use over and over and over. And then the last part I wanted to share. So we do have some really cool stencils that you can do if you wanted to change your pattern. So the honeycomb was not one of these items on here. It was just created using a piece of cardstock from a Cricut cartridge, but you could. These are for cards. These are for layouts. I also use the Intense Black Ink Pad. It just gives a clearer, crisper black look to it. And then lastly was the other ink pads that I wanted to share with you. We have 44 different colors of cardstock and ink pads and re-inkers. Okay, these are all the colors that we carry. I love them. So you can see Shortbread was right here. So our ink pads are $9.95. They are the magnetic version. We also carry the same colors in cardstock and re-inker. Again, tools that are things that you can reuse. You're not using just for this project alone. You're using them for everything. So let's go over what was done on these 2 layouts just so that you can see up close what we got going on. If I can get it up here. Okay, so these honeycomb pieces here, these gray mink pieces, I should say, are Cricut cuts. Okay, they were SVGs. They are from the Sweet as Honey SVG file collection. So those were cut out on my Cricut, along with these cute little bees. They're cut in different sizes from the SVGs, okay? So that then you cut them in the mink, so you have the background. You cut them in the black, so you have the overlay, and then you cut them in the Sundance, so that you have the bright yellow behind them, and then you just layer them with your adhesive. The glitter gems, the gold glitter gems, which we've been using on all sets of the layouts. Again, you have stickers that I popped up with 3D foam tape, some little pieces of paper that were then cut, and other embellishments. This cute little scallop border also was done using a Cricut collection that is then used on there. And the black here, I believe, if I remember correctly, is a zip strip. Then on the right side, again, just so that it coordinates, you have the SVG file honeycombs. You have the Cricut pieces for the half scallops. You have stickers going on, key to my heart, the heart, and things were just layered and distressed with the black ink. And then again, one more bee from the Sweet as Honey SVG collection, and then the gold glitter gems, along with all of our fun distressing on this layout. So this was the last of my series of Sweet as Honey that was using the actual workshop guide. So using the Sweet as Honey scrapbooking kit itself. So the instructions in here, you could make your layouts just like those if you wanted to. I did not use these instructions. I purchased instructions that if you purchase this kit, I can then send those to you as well. If you already had purchased the kit and you want to do the Cricut version layouts, let me know. Feel free to post them down below or send me a private message and I will get those to you as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed all of the layouts in this collection. I'm going to go back through and just pile them back on top. This was layout 3. Then this was layout 2. And layout 1. I loved this kit. I also have Sawyer coming up in, all the pieces are already cut. Again, there was a Cricut workshop that went with that one that I purchased, and I have everything cut up. I just need to start assembling. I am a little bit behind, guys, just like you as my customers. So many great things to work on, and there is now a new little mini catalog that came out. This is the March-April catalog, and this is called Cake Day. Cake Day is the March collection of the month. So I might, even though I have Sawyer cut up and ready to go, I might work on that one on my own time and get caught back up so I can show you guys current product, right? Show you the Cake Day stuff. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me as always. I hope you enjoyed this 4-segment episode of short videos, and I look forward to doing some more with you guys. Have a great rest of your evening. Stay happy, stay healthy, and keep crafting.